Hey, what's going on, man? This is your boy Alpha Size back with another episode of Robe Chronicles. Today, we're going to talk about this topic right here, man, that I wish there was a hyperbolic time chamber for feelings. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to explain it all to you right after this. All right, friends, thanks for joining me on today's episode of Robe Chronicles. So I'm going to dive in and just tell y'all a little bit about the hyperbolic time chamber. This is something that came from an episode of Dragon Ball Z. And basically, it was a show I used to watch where it was about fighters all over the world or whatever, and they wanted to get stronger. And so one of the main characters, he would go into this time chamber to train, and it would put him in like all kind of pressure situations, heavy gravity and all of those things. And when he came out of the hyperbolic time chamber, he would be stronger, like exponentially stronger. And the trick was that he would spend what felt like a year on the inside of the chamber, but only an hour of time would have passed on the outside of the chamber. So basically, to everybody, he was only in there for an hour, but to him, it felt like it was an entire year. All right. And sometimes I think that's how we want to address our feelings when things happen to us in our relationships, when we go through heartbreak or whatever. We want to kind of speed that process up. We want to just go in somewhere, get it all out, and then just come out. That's sometimes how I wish I could do things. I wish I could just go in and process my entire heartbreak, my bad breakups, and everything I've ever dealt with within just a short amount of time, and then come out into the world and just be fine, just be A-okay. But that's not how life works, man. And so today I'm going to talk about kind of some of those things that happen in relationships when they don't go all the way right, when heartbreak is actually something that you have to deal with, okay? So first, let's address heartbreak, man. Heartbreak is something that happens when you're actually invested in your relationship and things are gone beyond beyond repair, and there's nothing you can do about it, right? You're stuck. So basically, guys, it's like grief, right? It's like the stages of grief. And sometimes we like to minimize the importance of relationships. We don't think they're that important, but in retrospect, man, it's one of those things that's key to your life, right? It's like one of those things, if you cannot sustain a relationship, then that is something that's hindering you as an adult. Like, it's one of those things, the criteria for being an adult is being able to be in a stable relationship. And if you can't do that, then we tend to think that something is wrong, right? So let's talk about the effects of when you break up, right? Let's just talk about that. You go through the same stages as grief, because to you, it's almost as if a part of you is dead, like a part of you has died, and you go through those same stages as if you've lost somebody close to you. So the first stage is denial. First thing we like to do when we break up or we go through something bad is we try to deny it. Man, it's not that big of a deal. Whatever. Denial. It's not over. We could get back together any day, whatever. We deny it, right? The second thing that happens, once we realize that that's not going to happen, we go to anger. We get angry. We get mad. We start thinking about all the things we've done and everything we invested in, all this money I spent, all this time, all this vulnerability. I let you get in here, man, and you just gonna leave, right? We go through all of that. That's anger, all right? The next thing is bargaining. We bargain. We try to get back, right? We're like, okay, look, man, okay, look, I'll do this, okay? And if you give me this, I give you that, and hey, God, we even ask God to be bargaining, like, just let them see the light, right? Let them see that I was the best thing going for them. We go through bargaining. Then we hit that stage, depression. We go through depression where we're sad. We feel like life has been ripped from us, you know what I'm saying? We have the headaches. We have the physical, like, I feel sick to my stomach. I can't believe what I'm supposed to do without this person that I used to talk to every single day, man. That was the highlight of my day. All those things. You go through that depression phase, right? And then finally, you hit acceptance, where it's like, oh, well, I guess that is it. And I guess I just have to put on my grown-up pants and go out here. And if I wanted this relationship to work, I guess this was not. I guess I'll just try harder next time. And hopefully, I'll be fine in the future, right? With the future, whoever I run into, or future, whatever. So that's the acceptance part. But the trick is, once you hit acceptance, that doesn't mean that you're done, because all it takes is one random glimpse of something, or they run across your social media feed, or something happens and you start all over again, right? And that process can take some time, man. There is no easy way to speed through that process, man. You have to go through it. You have to go through it in a healthy way and not try to just rush through it like sometimes I know we tend to want to do, okay? So one of the things that will tend to help us will be having someone close to us that we can actually confide in and talk to about our feelings, because I know a lot of times as guys, man, we don't typically get that. We don't really have that. Girls, they'll do that. Women, they'll have some friends. And but it's important that you have the right friend, because sometimes friends, unknowingly and sometimes knowingly, they don't give you the best advice because they want you to be in a situation kind of similar to theirs. Because if your situation was actually good and could be fixed and theirs not, sometimes they'll hate on you a little bit. They give you the wrong advice and push you towards the wrong direction. And so if you know you got friends like that, don't listen to them, man. Listen to the friend that's going to check you, like tell you about yourself, and then also tell you what you can do to help yourself, okay? It has to be twofold. What can you do? What do you need to do better? And also, hey, man, maybe, you need to try this. You know what I'm saying? If it's time to let go, cool, let go. If it's not, then work for it. You need a friend that's going to tell you that both ways. You also need to have some kind of motivation. So either it could be prayer, it could be yoga, it could be meditation, whatever. You need to have something on the inside that's motivating you to be better. Okay, you need that during that time, because if you don't, that depression stage is gonna hit you harder than it needs to, and you're gonna be in a bad place, and it's not healthy. Okay, and of course, man, lastly, man, you need to have time just to yourself. Period. You need to have that time to yourself. Time to work on maybe a goal, find something to focus on that you can do just for you. And once you have that thing, it'll help ease that void of that missing that person, right? So guys, you have to, first off, I would say, have some form of a higher power, whether it's meditation, prayer, yoga, something, right? To just get your mind at ease. Have a solid friend, someone that you can talk to, that's going to give you the truth about yourself and ways to improve the situation overall. And then, of course, get that alone time, man. Set yourself some goals up. Set yourself up something that can help you feel better each day. Like, if I do this thing, then I'm accomplishing something. And those little goals definitely help you feel better on the inside, man. So I'm just here to tell you guys that it's not crazy to feel this way when things go wrong. It's okay, you know what I'm saying? I know we always talk about the good feelings, the happy times or whatever, but in real life, man, things don't always go that way. So it's only fair, it's only right that I address the heartbreak side of things as well. And I hope that something I said today about the hyperbolic time chamber and all that silliness will help you in the long run, man. Because hey, Apple size, I got your back. So again, guys, if you like what you see here, man, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, man. Know that you are blessed. Know that you are loved. Alpha sized out.